Hi, it's Samuel Leeds here, and in this video I wanted to specifically address people that are struggling with disappointments. Maybe you've had a property deal fall through, maybe you just haven't had any success and everything seems to be not working out for you. If that's you right now, then stay tuned. We live in a world, certainly in a country in England, of absolute opportunity. And I don't think it's ever been easier with the internet and with all the opportunities that we have to become financially free and to become successful as it is right now in 2018. However, that doesn't mean that it's always really easy. It doesn't mean that you're never going to ever have any objections, obstacles, disappointments. And one of the things that people sometimes accuse me of is they say, Samuel, you just make things sound far too simple. And the reason that I think people say that about me is two reasons. Number one, I think that it is simple. I think that becoming financially free, I think property investing, I think business is really easy. Most people make it more complicated than it is. I became financially free at 21 with no qualifications, so it can't be that difficult. But I think reason number two is because I do make things simple, and I do try and make them even more simple so that people actually do it. My mission is to see people doing stuff. I'm on a mission this year to help 50 people become financially free. I've helped 17 so far this year. So I love that, I get a buzz from that. And Tony Robbins says that when he first started teaching, he used to make things complicated deliberately to make himself feel and sound intelligent and important, until he realized that complexity is the enemy of execution. And that even though he was looking intelligent, his students weren't being successful. And then he realized that any idiot can make something complex. And they might have their own agenda to make themselves sound intelligent or to then sell you something or whatever. But actually, it takes a lot of skill to make something simple. So that's why I make things sound simple, because they are, and because I want to see people succeeding, and I know that complexity is the enemy of execution, and I want you guys to execute what you learn. But I'm not going to deny, property investing can be very slow, can be very mundane, and it can be very disappointing. It can. Things can take a lot longer than you expect. Things can sometimes be more expensive than you hoped. But I just want to really take this opportunity to just say, hang in there, because the more problems you have, the more disappointments you have, the more success you're going to have, and the more celebrations you're going to have. I'm quite well known for saying that first you must learn to discipline your disappointment, and then you can celebrate your success. So whether you're disappointed right now because you've been being told no several times by estate agents, then remember, the more no's you get, the more yeses you're ultimately going to get as well. If you're disappointed because your property fell through 3 days before completion, which I had, no, 3 days before exchanging, my second deal, it fell through 3 days before exchanging, and I was absolutely gutted. I was torn apart. The rules changed on me, and I realized that people that make the rules are the same people that make money in property, so I just need to get more educated. But hang in there, keep going, because it can happen. It happens to us all. In fact, myself, true story, I think it was like 3 weeks ago now, my brother went to an auction and we were bidding on a castle, and I did a video about it actually. In fact, there'll be a little button that will come up here if you want to watch that video right now. But what happened was we bid it up to 805,000, which was our maximum bid, and then the other guy bid it up to 810, and we were like, oh man. So we had to walk away from the auction, and I was really disappointed. I did a video about it, I was really bummed out. But what happened was his purchase fell through. And the auction rang us back a few days later and said, do you want it for 805? And I spoke to them and I said, how about 800? And they accepted. And I was just thinking, thank God I didn't continue bidding up and getting wrapped up involved in some bidding war. We could have ended up winning it by spending hundreds and hundreds of thousands of pounds more for the castle. So firstly, I disciplined my disappointment. But now I can celebrate my success. Now, as it happens, that went from bad to good in literally a few days. Sometimes it can be a few weeks, sometimes it can be a few months. But whatever it is that you're going through right now, if you have got problems, disappointments, what I would say is just educate yourself, keep your head in the game, hang in there, and get ready to celebrate your success. And I can't wait to hear about your stories. So, on this video, I don't want to hear about your problems and your disappointments, because that's boring. I'm done with that now. But on this video, I want you to just post below. Post your biggest success this year so far in property, or even if it's not in property. Because another thing is, what you focus on expands. If you're always focusing on the problem, and you become a crap magnet, nothing works out for me kind of person. Whereas if you just accept it's going to happen, just discipline it and move on and focus on the successes, then that's what manifests more in your life. So comment below with your successes of the year so far, whether they're in property or elsewhere. I can't wait to read them. I'll try and comment back and like everything that I see. God bless you. See you next week. Thank you so much for watching. If you benefited from that video, please do share it with your family and friends. For more videos like it, you can watch right here. And if you'd like to spend 2 days with me at the Property Investors Crash Course, watch this video, see what happens. But whatever you do, don't forget to subscribe right here, and I'll see you next time.